Welcome to the monthly circle of the Voice Weavers. Thank you very much for joining. We were expecting more, and I guess they will join in due course of time. But thank you for being on time. We have again gathered to synthesize our experiences, our stories, our beliefs, and create a shared memory. Today's topic, as you know, is about holidays, what holidays mean to each one of us. And I want to share something which I recently watched. It was a documentary. The documentary was called Who Am I? Uh, the documentary was about these two brothers, these twins, who had a unbearable childhood trauma. And then at the age of 18, one of the twins meets with an accident and forgets everything, loses his memory. So now he is dependent on his other twin to tell him about himself. He doesn't even remember his name. He only remembers his brother's name, doesn't remember his parents, no one. So now the other twin, being very kind, does not want this brother to have the trauma of childhood. So he does not tell him anything about what happened to them when they were kids, but shows them these beautiful pictures of their family outings, of their vacations. So the twin who's lost his memory grows up believing that they had a very happy childhood. They, he had a beautiful family and a beautiful upbringing. So it really reminded me, how important vacations are, not just for us individually, but also how we develop our relationships around it and how we weave the story of our life not through everyday circumstances and instances, but through those special moments we have shared with the people that we holiday with. So, today we want to explore this topic more and we want to know what holidays, any holidays, from Holi, the vibrant Holi, to summer vacations, to Navratri, the very uh, profound Navratris, cleansing of ourselves, cleansing of thought. Then Diwali, vibrant Diwali, what each holiday means for us. So I open the floor for discussion. Who would like to go first?
Holidays are always special, right from childhood. No, like we would wait for Diwali and Dashera and everything, all festivals, Navratris, because new clothes, everything, new things. Also, we used to bring in our house, new furniture or something or that sort. So there was always an excitement during Diwali and all these festivals. And
Right.
India, the land of festivals, every second month something or the first after 10 days something else will happen. There's just we finished Raksha Bandhan, then Janmashtami, then Ganpati in Bombay, Ganpati Bappa. So everything, all festivals and they hold a special place in memories also, and we build memories also, meeting all the family members during those that time, during Diwali or during Ganpati festival. So it is always, bond becomes stronger. I feel so when you join, like you pray together, you eat together. That oneness feeling is there.
Yes. So true. So true. They're coming together and everyone makes an effort to come together, to meet each
Yeah,
other. That is so special. So, which is your favorite holiday? Do you have any one time of the year which you really enjoy?
not specifically. I mean, when I travel, that is also nice moments are there in the travel also. And if family is there, well, then it becomes cherry on the cake. Like if all family members are together. husband, children, and all. We traveled to Indore and Ujjain, and we all temples only. By road, we went to Indore, and then we went to Bhopal also. We saw all the things like Sachi Stupa and that the equator line which is passing through that place.
Topic of cancer.
Yeah, so all these memories are there, no? When all the family, husband, wife, and children, and this time my granddaughter was also there. So we had a nice time traveling and playing in the car also. Some like she likes to play this puzzles or so many things. Guess the fruit or what vegetables, and then like that you have a nice time pass also, and the bond becomes stronger with children and everybody. I think so.
So true, so true. Have you ever had a holiday alone without family?
Yeah, I had been to Australia. I
Okay.
was alone. My brother is staying there, my nephew is there, but I was alone. My family was not there with me. I had gone alone, so all
How
the
was
time I
that?
was missing them.
You definitely prefer it with the whole family.
Yeah, that is always, you prefer that family should also be there. Whatever I'm seeing, they should also see. Like, I remember my husband has gone to Sentosa Island long back. So he's saying, I'm not enjoying here at all. Sentosa Island is a nice thing to go and visit once. So
Yeah.
he was saying, I'm missing my family. You people are not there, no, so I'm not enjoying at all. And you
So,
can build memories also, no? Like you went there and what you did and how you felt, and then when you are at home, then there are so many other things are also playing on your mind, no? Like housewives are always bothered about the kitchen only, what to cook, what is over, what has to, वो सब वो इसमें ही दिमाग रहता है ना. But when you
mm,
go out and on a vacation, then you are free, no, all from all those worries and all of the house. Then you can spend quality time with your family, which is very important.
mm,
Once in
very
a
true.
year, you must go with your family on a holiday.
Do you remember any funny incident from your travels, from your holidays?
Mm, don't remember now.
Whenever it comes. Thank you so
Yeah,
much for sharing. Thank you. Okay, who
welcome.
wants to go next?
I can go next.
Okay.
So, holidays. Now, if you look at holidays in terms of festivals, I am a person who like absolutely enjoys holidays. I enjoy holidays so much that wherever I live, I celebrate every possible holiday I can celebrate. So, not just my Hindu and Indian holidays, but when I was in Singapore, I was celebrating everything that was being celebrated there. Now here I'm celebrating Halloween. I'm celebrating anything that can possibly be celebrated. I'm even celebrating I don't know why, for some reason I can't remember the exact name of the festival, but you wear green clothes that day and you
Mm.
drink green colored beer. It's an Irish festival. I can't remember the name, but basically, if I know there is a festival, whose ever festival it may be, I am going to celebrate
St.
it. I
Patrick's,
just
St. Patrick's Day, the green.
Yes, you're right, Jane. Thank you so much. Yeah,
What did you say, Jane? Sorry?
Saint Patrick's Day.
St.
St. Patrick's
Patrick's
Day.
Yeah.
Oh,
with
right, right, right.
the clover sign, and they
Yes,
drink
yes, the
green,
clover sign
yeah,
and everything goes green.
green, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So it's like I absolutely love it. Even when I was in Singapore, the Chinese New Year and everything, I absolutely enjoy it. For me, I think like Nidhi had asked, which is your favorite holiday? As a kid, my favorite holiday was Holi. I used to absolutely love it. I thought it was the most amazing thing. But I haven't really played Holi for maybe 10 years now, because I haven't been in India for Holi. Um, so now I think my favorite holiday is the time that starts from Dashera, going all the way till New Year's Eve. Because now
Yeah.
around Dashera, I'm going to start decorating. Okay, I'm big time into decoration. So for every festival, I decorate my house. Okay, so I will now first decorate for Diwali, then I will take down those decorations, decorate for Halloween, take down those decorations, and then decorate for Christmas and New Year. Okay, so this is like absolutely amazing for me. I love it. It's one of the best part is that I get to decorate. So it's a lot of fun for me. Um, Now, if I look at holidays from the point of view of spending time with family, holidays as vacations. So I was actually just telling Nidhi before you guys joined that we went on our first vacation this year in July. We went to Chicago to visit my son who was doing an internship there, which was our first vacation in the last 5 years. Okay. And because I had gone on a vacation after a very long time, I've actually got an opportunity to look at it in a very different way. Earlier, vacation was just, another thing you did in the middle of everything else. And I used to always tell my husband that, after every vacation, I need a vacation to recover from the vacation. Okay, because my husband is very enthusiastic about doing things. So if you go anywhere, you have to visit every single place. You have to do every single thing. You wake up in the morning, early morning, you wake up and you're out of the door at 8 a.m. And then all day long you walk and you see all the places. You come back only at 9 or 10 at night. You sleep again to wake up in the morning at 7 a.m. And I was like, it is tiring, like it gets really tiring when you're trying to do so many things, when it's like a big checklist you have and you are just trying to tick mark everything. So it didn't really feel like a holiday. So this time when I went on this vacation, I did a lot of research about the benefits of vacation. Okay. And how do you make the best out of a vacation? And in my research, what I got to know was that you have benefits of vacation. They start a week before you actually go on a vacation. Because for that 1 week, every time you're tired or you're stressed, you actually think, oh, I'm going to go on a vacation, and you feel very good about it. And then you have a great time during the vacation. And the psychologist, I was listening to a podcast and reading books on psychology of vacations. So, what they said was that when you go on a vacation, definitely take pictures. So, do two things. One is don't take your work phone. If you have a separate work phone, don't take it. Or when you go out to visit places, leave the phone in the room and go. And two, take lots of pictures. Take these pictures because after your vacation, the day your vacation ends, your benefits of vacation are over. You don't have any vacation on the very next, any benefit even on the very next day, because you start work again and you feel more stressed because now, you were kind of out of the fight and flight mode for a few days and now you're getting back into it. Because you lose that benefit on the very day you come back. If you have pictures, every time you look at the pictures, you have the same serotonin release that you had when you were on the vacation. So when Mami was talking about, going and making memories with family, that is how you relive those memories. For me, that was
Mm.
a very big learning because I'm not big time into taking pictures at all. Okay. As a matter of fact, if anyone wants to take pictures, I always tell them, leave these pictures. Let me just enjoy right now, because sometimes instead of enjoying the moment, we are just busy clicking pictures. But then I realized that, somewhere we need to strike that balance. So we had a great vacation, and like Nidhi and I were discussing, vacation is one of the best places to actually reconnect with your spouses, because after a very long time I actually felt a connection with him, like, we met each other as people rather than parents or people who work or people who live together. We were not roommates. we, we were spouses, we were friends. So I think it was just a great experience, and holidays and vacations are very close to my heart.
Any one experience that really stands out for you?
I don't think there's any one experience, but like for me, when I was growing up, vacations used to be all about going to nani ka ghar or dadi ka ghar. So I have spent a lot of my vacations with mommy. We've had such amazing vacations together, and we've had so many vacations where we have gone to their house or they would come to our house. And I think those vacations with extended family, with cousins, were very, very special. So I
That
think
is
I
so
think those were the best memories of my childhood, where I got all that special love from the extended family
Hydra,
and the time with cousins.
so
Hyderabad Ritu, Roshan used to rang the
Ring.
Buddha Ghar Pe Hai.
Yeah. And we were very naughty kids, okay? And I was the ringleader. I would come up with all of these really naughty ideas. So that's actually a very funny incident that mommy is reminded about. Should I tell you guys, or do we
yes,
have time?
please. Yes,
Yes,
yes.
So
yes.
I was the ringleader. I was the eldest among all the cousins. Okay. And the youngest was mommy's son, Roshan. Okay, so and he had this very, very sweet voice. He's actually the sweetest among all of us, even now, after he's all grown up. Okay, he's really cute. He still looks very cute to me, although he's not a baby anymore. And there may be people who will tell me he's not cute and he's handsome, but to me, he's still very cute. So, what we did was those days we had the landline phones and we just made up one 6-digit phone number. Phone numbers were only 6-digit at that time. And in those days, we used to watch these Pakistani plays, and there was this very famous Pakistani play called Buddha Ghar Pe Hai. Okay. And we
Yes,
had
very
watched
fun.
Buddha Ghar Pe Hai many times. So what we did was we just picked up one random phone number. We would dial it and give the phone to Roshan. Okay. And Roshan would say Adab, Buddha Ghar Pe Hai, and we would put down the phone. And it was just so hilarious. We would just keep on doing it with that phone number every few hours. Okay, we would do that. And this kid, like he would say Adab, and then he just wouldn't say Buddha Ghar Pe after that. So then we would put one tapli on his head so that he says the next sentence. He would go ahead and say Buddha Ghar Pe, and we would put down the phone. Like
He
I
was small that time, no?
he was very small. He was a little
I
kid.
think
I think he was
four to
4 or 5
4,
years old.
3 or 4 hoga, not
Yeah,
more
so
than
he
that.
couldn't even speak clearly, and like we had made taken full advantage of his innocence.
I sometimes I remember all those
Yeah,
Hyderabad when we had gone to all the places, Golconda Fort and everywhere.
right.
That was nice vacation we had.
Yeah, yeah. So all of those vacations with the extended family and cousins were the best.
And how does it feel now that you live in the US and I don't know how many of your family members you're able to connect easily with, but how does it feel now when those special occasion comes, Diwali, Holi, and you're not able to celebrate the way you would otherwise?
Right.
How does that make you feel?
I think it feels really sad because I try not to think about it.
Hmm.
As a matter of fact, I'm one person who never calls anyone on any of the festivals. I don't wish my family because I don't want to talk to them on that day. I
Hmm.
want to just, I have kind of, created a world for myself over here, a cocoon where I'm happy. And every time I go there, I feel, I realize what is it that I'm missing. And
Hmm.
sometimes I don't want to know that. So I avoid talking to all of them on holidays. I talk to them all year round, but not on holidays.
It's that painful.
It is. It is because we've had such good times and it's been so much fun. It feels good to just do what we are doing now, and it's not that we are not happy. Frankly speaking, I'm pretty happy with the way things are, but that just feels like okay. It's also been a very long time since I've been to India, and I really want to go back home. So it's
When are you
getting a
coming
bit
now?
difficult now. Yeah,
When are you coming?
we have to ask Mr. Donald Trump
Yeah.
when I will be able to come back now. So hopefully soon.
We wish you luck with that.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Jane, your turn.
Holidays for me, right? So if it's festivals, I think I've had the best of both worlds, because I have the Chinese. So we celebrate all the Chinese festivals plus the Indian festivals. So we
Yeah.
start off with Chinese New Year, then we'll go
Yeah.
through Eid in Malaysia, and then after Eid we'll go through all the Indian festivals, as Mami has mentioned, and then it stops around Diwali, and then we'll go into Christmas, right? So
Yeah.
I think that's the advantage of coming from a mixed parentage. Um,
Right.
so I think when I was younger, I really appreciate the best of both worlds. Being able to celebrate everything.
Mm.
When I was a kid, I think the best was for me Chinese New Year because you celebrate it for 14 days. So it doesn't end
Yeah.
with like Diwali is one day and then it ends, right? So this is 14 days. And
Yeah.
when we were young, Chinese New Year, you get ang pao, red packets. I don't know
Yeah.
whether you remembers, but the merit will give the unmarried, or the bosses will give the staff in ranking, right? So as a
The
kid,
elders get the
that's
young, the
the
kids
best
also.
time, yeah, to monetize, right? So that was, something I really looked forward to. And of course, Christmas, because then it's gifts, right? Gift exchanges and things like that. So that was festivals for me. I think when it came to school holidays, it was a bit different because we lived in the city, and occasionally my dad used to bring us back to the farm. So like where he came from, right? So like the suburbs, and and that's really totally mind blowing, because in the city life was very very different versus going back to the farm with cows,
Mm.
goats, and yada yada, turkeys and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's memories for me. And of course, when you start working, then it's very different. So you venture out either with your friends or your cousins and things like that. So you have girl holidays and things like that. So I think I've been blessed to have that. And my husband loves to travel. And normally, when he goes to work, he takes me along. So that becomes a holiday for me. So actually, he's working, but I'm holidaying in the hotel and going around on myself. So I'm quite independent in that sense. I'll just like, take a cab, or if I can walk on foot, depending on where we'll stay, then I will just go. So that's me holidaying with him. And sometimes when I work, he will then do the same. So he'll come and play a round of golf there, or he'll come and meet his business associate. So we have um, that arrangement lah, among us.
Your husband is from which nationality?
He's a Malaysian. So he's a
Okay.
Malaysian, and he's a Malaysian Indian. Yeah. So he's got some northern blood in him, I guess. I don't know,
Wow.
but it's like Rajasthan blood. Yeah. That sort of. Yeah. But in Malaysia, we're all just known as Indians happily, right? Malaysian Indians. Yeah.
Yes,
But born
yes.
and bred here, third generation. So we really don't have connection back in India anymore.
Do you travel to China or to India for holidays?
Yes,
To
I do. So I've been to China,
Okay.
but I've been to India more than China. Yeah. So I've
Okay.
gone for holidays there. Yeah. I've
Right.
covered pretty much Tamil Nadu, Bangalore. This year we celebrated Valentine's in Bombay. So I've been to Bombay.
Right.
Been to Kerala. Yeah. So I've been to quite a few capitals.
Right.
I'm looking forward to go to Delhi probably in the next 6 months or something like that. Yeah,
March would be a good time to go to Delhi, February, March, when all the
I
flowers
see.
come in. Looks beautiful.
Mm,
Do you have any special, like, favorite holiday, memorable?
I think favorite, no, but I think one of the daring things that I've done is, and since it's all ladies, I think we were in Amsterdam. I was in Amsterdam with my husband. It was near Christmas, and we went to the um, red light place, right?
Okay.
And see, I get excited with things like this because I'm like I'm very curious. I want to know. I want to know. And my husband is like whatever lah. So he's like he's cool. And so being in that area and seeing the windows, like I get so excited. And then I got to know that you can actually do the walk with an ex-prostitute, right? But you pay, yeah, right? And
Okay.
so me and my husband, we did the walk with a sex worker there. And she was ex, right? So she did it to fund her studies. And she did say that how they do it and, why do they do it also. And it was interesting to understand it's an occupation in that city and they actually pay taxes, right? So it's not something you look down upon, and they are proud about it, and they are not, because for them it's a profession. And then after that, they evolve to become something else, a pharmacist, a nurse, or something like that, right? So I did that. So I think that was quite daring. Looking back, I think I was also young. And putting my husband through it, kudos to him lah. So
Oh,
she
but that's
actually brought
actually
us to a
brave.
chamber, yeah, to a chamber, and said how, so at the beginning it's open with the curtains, and then when people, so it's closed, and then what do they do, and and stuff like that. So it's very interesting for me lah. It was very liberating also, really, to understand the other side of the world and just not to judge, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they showed this part in that movie, Queen. There's a Hindi movie by the name Queen. I think they
Oh,
show
okay.
this Amsterdam, the red
The
light
red light.
area in that, and they discuss
And
exactly this.
what was interesting is she actually said red light is for ladies. There was once upon a time blue light across. So there was a blue light district. But the fact is nobody went to the blue light district because it's very, it's like if you want to pick a girl, you buy her something, blah blah blah, and you get, but ladies won't pay for sex, right? Rarely will pay. So at the end of the day, blue light area was shut. But back then, there was such an area. So it was very interesting to understand. And then when you pause and look, yeah, we won't pay probably, right? Yeah.
But
That's
it's really very inspiring, Jane. This is really very, very inspiring.
Yeah, it's just
Uh,
something we were there at that point of time. And since I saw all of the other things was like probably going to see some cheese factory and things like that, I was like, this is something I'll pay and go. So I normally go for those kind of experience.
this is really so exciting. I have never been to Amsterdam. When next time I
Mm.
go to Amsterdam, I'm going to do this. Thanks to you, Jane. Sounds so, so interesting. And I think you're right. Uh, a blue light area perhaps wouldn't work.
It
But
didn't work.
then
It
I
didn't
still
work.
like the fact that at least it was made.
It was. It was. And she showed, right? Because I
Yeah,
did the walk. So we went through the valleys and then she
right.
says, oh, this place has been built up. So it's nice when sometimes when we go for, holidays, you really go with the local. Sometimes it's not the money, but it's the experience. I'll pay for the experience.
Right.
Because
yeah.
you're already there, right? So pay for the local experience and you get to know all these nooks and corners and yeah. So
Right.
then I got to know about mushrooms as well and brownies, right? So then she warned us, be careful with the brownies because it's like if you're lucky or unlucky, depending, if it hits you, you're gone. So just don't mess around with, brownies thinking it's just cake and stuff like that. So it's very interesting.
The cultural exchange part of it and learning from each other, that really
Yeah,
is very enlightening, and you grow with it. That's lovely. Thank you so much, Jane, for sharing
my
this.
pleasure. My pleasure. Indeed.
Uh, okay. I'll tell something about my holidays. I love holidays. When I was a child, holidays, my father was a very busy man. My mother was also a very busy woman. But uh, I think once in 2 years, they definitely took us out for holidays. And every vacation, the long vacations, we always went to our and paternal side of family. So that was fun. We were the youngest of all the cousins. So we always came back absolutely rounded up because all our mama, mummies, chacha, chachis would feed us a lot because we were hostel kids. So we were really pitied. The kids don't get good food to eat. So, like, okay, so we are Punjabis. So everything was about 1 liter of milk in the morning and 1 liter of lassi in the afternoon and at least four parathas at a time. So I associate holidays with a lot of food. with a lot of love and lot of pranks with cousins, because I guess there's some magic when cousins come together. Then of course when we grew up, I think I was very lucky to be in a profession which gave me a lot of opportunity to travel. So I tried to make the best of it. That part of me really enjoyed traveling alone, because I would go exploring towns on feet. And I have really realized that you can't go to a city and know about it in a day or two or three. And you have to do those tick marks. That's one part of it. You get an idea of it. But if you really want to know a culture, then you have to just pick your backpack, walk, eat in the local places, talk to the local people. And I have realized around the world, people are so warm. They really love it when you show interest in their culture, in their food, in their lifestyle. They are so welcome. People have welcomed me to their houses. I really would say I enjoyed my single alone travels as well. And then, of course, now I have children, I have my husband. Luckily, my husband and I really share the love of travel, of exploring history. I think, especially since we've come to China, especially after COVID, we went for it with a vengeance. So we would travel a lot. China is such a big and beautiful country and so many places to see. And I have to say, there's some magical places in China. Like once I go there, my husband has to literally drag me back. He's like, we can't stay here anymore. You have to come. So Xi'an is one such place in China. Xi'an is where the terracotta warriors were found. They have this street, which is called the Tang Street. And every night is a carnival on that street. Thousands of people partying, bargaining, like it's literally like, how cheap can I be? I just love bargaining with people for small trinkets and things like that. So holidays for me is like my freedom time, my my time where I can be a child again, just explore as much as possible. I can be on a holiday forever. I don't like the normal life.
So, Nidhi, how was the energy of the place with the terracotta warriors?
The place where the terracotta warriors are there, it's it's amazing. Actually, at any time you go, that place is overcrowded.
Mm-hmm.
Chinese are very nice, even though there is a lot of crowd, there's never like sort of aggression or violence. Everyone gets an opportunity to see it. And I think it's good to be a foreigner in China because people treat you really nicely. People are very good. I have been to that place twice now. I absolutely love that place. I think it's my favorite in China till now. And
Mm.
then China has like these beautiful mountains. You can trek on them. So I'm not so young and vigorous now, so I avoid. But the good part is that, for people who can't do the trek, there are all these like 100 different ways you can reach where you want to go. So it's a very convenient place to travel.
Right. So you were talking about solo travel. So did you ever do any solo travel after you had kids or after you got married also?
No. After marriage, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But after I had kids, never. I've
Okay. And how
always,
was that for you? Like for mommy, she just missed everybody when she went alone. How was it for you?
I may sound very cold, but I love my solo travels.
Hmm.
And when my first child was about 3.5 years old, I went on a shooting trip for 10 days.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a beautiful location in the hills and everything. I was working, a lot of hard work. I had to remind myself to feel bad that my child is not with me. I was totally lost in my work and the beauty of that place. I don't know if it was a holiday, if it would have been different, but that was the first time I left my child and went. So I
Hmm.
can't say it was holiday, it was work,
Hmm.
but I didn't feel that pang of, longing for my child.
Hmm.
But that is the only time that happened. Now my kids are pretty grown up and they go for trips. So when they go, I miss them.
I think it's not that you are cold if you did not feel that pang. It's just that it's your dedication for your work, because of which you were so busy with your work that you did not, feel that pang of missing your child or something. The men travel all the time for work, and they are doing their work well and not sitting there and missing us, because had they been doing that, they wouldn't be able to grow in life and have a good career. So as a career person, it's absolutely perfect. It actually goes to show how well you can compartmentalize your life, and when you're working, and when now that you're home and your kids travel, you miss them, right? Like all of us do when our kids are away from us.
Yes. Yes. In fact, what I want to add is that I was so happy
Hmm.
these 10 days that I was away. I was just so happy because I think I went on a shooting
Hmm.
after 5 years. So after very long, I was doing the field work again.
Hmm. Hmm.
It gave me a lot of satisfaction. But yeah, I also felt guilty later on that how can I be happy when I left my baby home?
Hmm. Yes.
So I think at least for mothers, I can't say for fathers, but at least for mothers, we always carry this
I think,
burden.
Nidhi, the guilt also comes from the societal expectation that how come you're not feeling guilty? Why are you not feeling guilty? You should be feeling guilty. You left your child. What kind of a mother are you?
True, true, it's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like once you become a mother, no one asks what you have eaten. Like बच्चों ने खाना खा लिया? बच्चों ने क्या खाया? Even your own mother will not ask you what you were
They
doing, what
take
you.
it for granted.
Yeah. Forget about mother-in-law, even your mother asks you that. Mother-in-law तो फिर भी कभी इनका बेचारों का नाम खराब हो जाता है. But माँ भी यही पूछती है कि बेटा बच्चों ने क्या किया, बच्चों ने खाया, बच्चे क्या कर रहे हैं, बच्चे कैसे. There are times I have to remind my mom, I am also there. I also still exist. It's not just your grandchildren.
So true, so true.
As you talk about the solo travel, I think, Nidhi, one thing that happened for you was also the fact that you went out for work after 5 years, right? So you actually found yourself after a very long time, in a way. You went back to your own self rather than being a mother, being a wife, being a daughter-in-law. You actually got an opportunity to just be Nidhi
Hmm.
in those days. That is why when we are talking about vacation, although it was work, it comes up as a memory because it was a vacation with your own self. Yeah.
Yes.
So for me, I have never been on a solo vacation. I hope someday I will go on a solo vacation. But my husband and I, we had traveled to Japan, and on the weekdays he was working, weekends we were having a good time. So when we went to Japan, the weekdays I was by myself. So it was solo in a way because he would go in the morning and be out till night. I absolutely loved it. It was the way it was like rediscovering myself. And I'm sorry, mommy, but I did not miss anyone. I did not miss anyone. I had such a great time with myself. It was like there are so many things I had forgotten about my own self. I didn't know that I could emotionally survive without an anchor. So it was a great learning for me that I still had the emotional capacity to be and to be happy without anyone else.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think vacations teach us a lot more than what we realize.
Yeah, you should go once in a while solo also. I'm of that opinion. Then you explore also, and plus uh, the people you left behind, they know your value also.
Right. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. They know what they're missing. Otherwise, they have you all the
Yeah.
time. You are a hindrance in their life.
Distance makes the heart grow fonder.
Right.
Nice having all the experiences of all the people, learning so much. Thank you. And yesterday you have posted that thing on the group, no? I really loved it. husbands. Ritu said that his husband is fault finding. My husband is also like that only.
I wanted to say I didn't write, but I think my husband is a linguist. He's left me speechless.
Ditto, I would agree with mine too.
Oh,
Thank you so much. What I have learned is, holidays are as much as freeing experience, as much as a glue that keeps us together. As family, as friends, the memories we make when we go out, they stay with us longer than our everyday mundane work memories. So, holidays are so important. They keep us together, they force us to meet each other, though Ritu avoids it on festivals, but most of us, I think, only connect on festivals.
Yeah,
We have our meetings, and one thing I actually wanted to mention, which I forgot, but was like one of my favorite holidays was a marriage in the family. That used to
yeah,
be absolute blast. Someone getting married, for it would be like at least a week of celebration, Diwali every day. So I think it's very, very important to have these cultural anecdotes in our lives. Never take them lightly. Celebrate everything, as Ritu, as Jane said, you guys celebrate everything because it's not about the occasion, it's about the happiness it brings to us.
yeah.
So, thank you so much for.
Happy moments, you should never miss anything of any sort. Like you said, marriages. I'm of this opinion now that any marriages is happening in the family. No, you must go only, whether it is Delhi or Punjab or anywhere. You can go and enjoy that happiness around that.
Thank you so much again for coming, for participating. And it's always a pleasure to share and reflect this rich tapestry of, traditions and emotions that we all are taking forward. Thank you.